What up? Welcome back to the channel. Alright, just gonna go ahead and jump straight into it. What I'm gonna be getting into this video, unlike that jumbled mess from the last video, we're gonna go in depth with the fuel system. Mainly because the newer BMW has the sealed gas tank versus the older ones that actually has the top mounted fuel pump where you can actually take out and swap all that stuff. So yeah, this one's going to be a little bit more in depth, even though I already have the other fuel pump, well, fuel tank out. I'll show you right quick how I did it, because I'm pretty sure I did it the wrong way. Give me 1 second and yeah. So that's the old fuel tank. Out of this one. Yeah, it just has this plug. Everything is sealed on the inside. Still take it off with the straps. I haven't gotten to the other one yet to see how to fully take it off yet. But this one really gave me a hard time. I'm pretty sure you saw that little cut piece, well, cut pieces that I ended up cutting to make space. Pretty sure I just had to lift up the car higher, but that's not an option for me right now. But yeah, those are the parts that I cut it off. These things were a bitch to get out because it all ran. Those hoses ran up through here all the way down, and obviously the fuel filler neck goes up there, and it's metal. And I thought, because these had clamps on it, thought that came off, but no, it doesn't. So I ended up cutting it off. But I'm gonna go ahead and get on the other BMW, see how hard it is to take that one off. Ooh, I need to go get a headband, but let me get to work. Alright, so like in all BMWs, they have these cover plates right here. They're just 10 mils. Once you take the cover plates off, you will see the fuel pump right there. Should have some connections. Same thing with this one. This one has the lift pump. So just pop the connections off and should be free from up here, pretty much. Alright, like I said, cover comes straight off. Here is the lift pump. Just gonna actually probably just go ahead and cut the fuel line off. The actual electrical connection, I'm gonna cut it right over there, and I'll show you the reason why I'm just gonna cut the electrical connection. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this top part done. I believe I already cut that fuel line. Yeah, that's already cut. Yeah. But yeah, those 4 bolts, then those connections right there should take care of the top part. Alright, next step after that, we'll need to take off this wheel and this liner in here, because this is going to give you access to the filler neck and all that stuff. So let me take it off real quick. Alright, I can already see this is going to be a lot easier than the other one. So basically, you have your filler neck coming from up there, obviously. Pretty sure the hoses are the same. So, not this one, not that one. This line you'll have to take loose. That's going to feed straight through, and it's a port right on top of the gas tank. I had problems with that. After that, you got these, if you can see right here, just metal ties. Loosen that, and then I believe that's it. It's looking like it. Fingers crossed. Oh, the other side with the lift pump. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything off on this side real quick, and then we're gonna check out the other side. All right, so once you get the fuel filler neck hose off, just a little advice, get some WD-40 or some type of penetrating oil and put on there, because if yours is on there just as long as mine has, you're gonna be fighting it for a little bit. But after that, let me get crawled under here. Excuse me, I'm a little hefty, so it's gonna take me a second. All right, where is my tool that I just had? I hate when this happens. Give me 1 second. All right, so it's gonna be different from you, from what you're gonna be doing. These two lines right here, those are your e-brake lines. And what you want to do is go inside, loosen the e-brake all the way up, and then you'll be able to, oh, need the light. You'll be able to pull those out from right there. Those two lines right up there. Pull them pretty hard. It's going to seem like they're stuck, but I'm just going to cut them because this is the donor car. So 1 second. I'll be right back with y'all once again. All right, so that was pretty easy. Get the two straps taken off. Pretty much falls down on its own. You have to get it, wiggle it for the fuel filler neck, which is over here. I know it's a little dark, I'm sorry. But yeah, drop straight down. Ooh, GoPro about to die. Just to make it sweet and simple, I'm gonna just go ahead and knock this out. You just see what else you have to undo. And I did realize that I have to take out the charcoal canister, which is this. It's just a plastic piece that's covering it from the bottom, and then a couple of 10 or 13 mil bolts, and I'm gonna swap it. So knock that out real quick. Works pretty good. All right, while that's pumping, I guess I'll go ahead and explain why I am switching fuel tanks. As you can see, this is the old school one. Flip you around. Yeah, this is the one where you actually have the fuel pump where you can take it out, along with the lifter pump, which is right up under it. Comes with a locking ring to lock everything in, versus here. Make my way around this junky yard. Versus this one. As you can see, everything is sealed off. Everything. Which makes it a lot harder to do a fuel pump, you know, upgrade. Because you definitely need more fuel with this LS motor. But that's basically the only reason why I'm swapping the fuel tanks. And the charcoal canister, because they do have different plugins, which I'll be showing you in a second. Alright, so once you get both charcoal canisters, if you run into the same problem I'm having, which is the charcoal canisters are different, you can see how this one and this one is off of the 2001 pre-facelift one. You can see how that one looks compared to this one. The mounting location and brackets and all that stuff works, so it'll mount right back up. The problem is with the wiring. So this plug isn't the same exact plug from the from this one, from this black canister, but don't worry, because you can actually switch them. Oh, here it is. So this is the plug from the other car, which this canister came from. You can see this one has 3 wires compared to these 4, and I'm taking it, I should be able to delete one of them, but most of the all 3 of these match up with this one right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all down. I'm gonna go ahead, butt these up together, and then put up this the canister finally. And then all I have left on the fuel side, before I get the motor in, is the regulator. And I believe that will complete all that, and then it's yeah, time to put the motor in. So one. When I said butted them up, I'm not actually butting them up. I'm using these solder type wires, cripper, whatever you want to call them. So basically what you do is, instead of crimping, well, you put them in, instead of crimping, you heat it up and it melts the solder in the middle, basically connecting both of the wires together, or soldering the wires together. Alright, before I slide that on, I'm gonna go ahead and get the soldering iron. Now when I say it's a soldering iron, it's not necessarily a soldering iron. It's one of those kits that is a soldering iron. Hold on, I'll show you in a second. There we go. So this is what I'm talking about. It's one of those portable, plug-in solder joints, but it has the attachment for like a little heat shrink tubing. But this should be hot enough to melt the solder. We'll find out in a second. So let me get this thing hot. All right, take two. Go ahead and let this thing get warmed up. Got a feeling I'm going to be burning myself today. Alright. So you line it up in the middle. Ooh, yeah, definitely feel the heat. Turn these down. Just like that. Keep. Alright, woo. I was about to make a mistake. So I was going to hook up this one, the black and red. White and red. So always make sure you're double checking your wires. Just a quick heads up. Alright, next. I'm not even going to lie. I don't even know what this is. I just pulled everything off. Well, I know this is the fuel filler neck. But I just pulled this off of the other car, but that goes into this little area up here, this little screw. You probably can't see because it's too dark. But yeah, there's a screw up there that lines up with this, and then the bottom where this blue screw is. Goes on the filler neck. If I can see it, there you go. It goes on there, and then the filler neck also has a hole that goes basically right here. Just a screw right there. So once again, just ready to get this done. So 2 seconds. Bye. So this is the stock LS1 fuel regulator. You can see it has 2 inlets, 1 outlet. The 1 outlet is always going to go towards the motor. These 2 lines that come back, obviously one's a feed line, and then one goes to the back to the tank, which I'll show you in a second, because I believe, yep, right there, I did snip this one to get the gas tank out, because as you can see, the rubber on here is like really bad. But let me go ahead and get this installed so I can show you. All right, so I got the regulator in. Regulator. All right, it's a little tight fit up under here. So basically, there's a clip right here that looks just like this. Pop those off. If you're running the older lines, or the lines that were with this car and you're swapping them over, just pop those 2 clips off, pop the lines out, pop them back in. And the same thing if you're swapping it over from that fuel tank. There is no regulator on this car, I believe, because I didn't see one. It still bolts up to where the original regulator or fuel pump or fuel filter would on here. So there's a stud here for that. One of the hoses, I'm taking it, which is this silver one. Hold on, it's a little tight. Yeah, this silver one that goes all the way out there. That is I think the shop was using that as a vent, which kind of makes sense because it is where it's going to be peeking out above the fuel tank. So I'm gonna use the same thing. I'm gonna use it as a vent. I'm gonna get it buttoned up and out of the way. And until next update, because it's kind of cramped under here. All right, fuel line, regulator, all that stuff is finally hooked up. Yes, they are zip tied. Goes up to there. This vent is also part of the process. It's going to go up there. All that's going to get heat wrapped because I don't want to have problems. Next big thing and last thing that I'm going to do for today, or for this video, is get that fuel tank in. So wish me luck, because yeah. All right, so this is what it looks like. All right, so get it to clear up, focus. That's what it should look like. As you can see, yellow dot, yellow dot, yellow dot, yellow dot. Now the 2 big wires, which are more than likely your power and ground. The brown and brown goes together. obviously. And the only other 2 wires, and they both have stripes on them. Blue and white and red and white. Blue and white, red and white. So those go together. The only 2 left, in a second, are the white ones, the white dot ones, which goes to the lift pump. As I said, you're gonna need to get some extensions, because let me flip you around real quick again. So yeah, it's pretty much the same for the other side. I tried to see if there was a way I can extend it or make the wires longer, but there isn't. So you are gonna need to get some, when I measured it, it was like 20 gauge wire. So once that's in, you can just go ahead and hook those wires up, and then that's it for the fuel system. So I'm gonna end it right here on this hot ass day and call it a day and call it a video. So until next time, peace.